let's go. Yeah.
Good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stocks crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now the king left and they so mad, it's like
good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
yeah, hey, look what I got. New whip with no top. Cooking up, no stove top. Ice cold, no snow drop. Big budget has big facts. Big money in the contract. Been running no contact. New record with the new tracks. Yeah, they been sending me new plaques. I don't really need new plaques. Nah, big rock with the suplex. Yeah, new rock got a new flex. Yeah, I'm current, I'm a new trend. Now boys with the full scent. Yeah, like I said, no new friends. We don't really need new friends.
Good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need the G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
Look at her. She looks like she's 19 years old, sitting there with her, like a little lady with her legs crossed.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
No one should be alone on Christmas.
Swole fam?
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing, testicles. Ooh, welcome everyone to episode 24 Hundo and Schnueve of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, timcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2 Flexing on all you be.
Fucking Catalina.
Yeah,
it's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
The fucking Catalina wine mixer.
All right, what's going on, beaches? Drop in the comments down below. What are you smashing today? I got hair all over the place. How we doing, fam? Welcome. Come one, come all. It is Swole Slut Saturday after all. And we have some sick fucking gains to get into. So let's, without further ado, jump right into it. Make sure you're checking all the links in the show notes down below. Hit the like button when you come on in. Leave us a review, no matter where you bang your ear holes, Apple Podcast, Spotify, everywhere. And let's fucking go. Let's get into it. Let's not waste any more time. Let's summon the Falcon and get today's party started. Falcon. That's a card and a half. Now, it's Swole Slut Saturday, so you can do triple S. And if you're just listening, it is a Swole Slut card, but it says, I'm a filthy Swole Slut.
Emotional, damn it!
Because you know you are. If you win this card, you are certainly a filthy Swole Slut. So you could just drop triple S in the comments. That will do, pig. That'll do. I am a filthy Swole Slut. And we'll give away the Swole card at the end of today's episode. What are you doing, buddy boy? What you doing, Tainty Man? Aww. What you doing? Rufus. What you doing? Hey. What you doing, cute boy? All right, and of course we have the church over here. Very nice, excellent. Round of applause. Golf clap. Golf clap for the puppers. All right, are you a filthy Swole Slut? Are you? Drop that in the comments down below. Now let's get into that tip. Spit on it. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. All right, so let's move right along. A couple things. First things first. Yesterday's overtime segment is available in Swole TV for members, so you could join now, swolenormousx.com. And of course, all the Swole fan posts we're about to get into are for members, so you can join. Again, swolenormousx.com, get access to the overtime segments, the accountability meetings. We have an accountability meeting on Monday. We also have a roundtable coming up this Thursday, which is going to be fucking fire. And of course, this is a private episode on the 29th, the Swole Year release party. Let's fucking go, beaches. Major new releases. And the best way to bring in the new year. Plus, we're going to recap everything that we have accomplished in 2022. So Thursday, December the 29th. Stay tuned for that. And that's for members only. And last but not least, check out all these amazing new designs. We got Swole Dolph, Swole Alone, the He Swole and She Swole. Santa Swolio's coming to town. Papa Swolio's my spirit animal. The new diet plan. I'm on Papa Swolio's naughty list. We got the Grinch Swole Christmas, the Ginger Swole Man. We have the Frosty the Swole Man design. Don't be fit phobic. Fuck Your Peppermint Mocha, Santa Has Diabetes, and the brand new To the Fucking Gym and Beyond, all over there at papaswolio.com. And the reason why I say that is, of course, the date on this image is incorrect. We extended the special for the holiday collection. Use code HOLIDAY for 15% off everything in the holiday collection. We extended it because this week, in the midweek, in the middle of this special that we were doing, we got back the Swolenormous Instagram page. So we are extending the special for people that might not have, that just didn't know where the hell I went. They're just like, hey, Papa Swolio just disappeared from Instagram, even though we were on the real Papa Swolio account. So the Swolenormous IG is back, and we extended the sale through Monday. So papaswolio.com, save 15% off all those holiday gears. Holiday wares, I should say. And now's the time to do it. It's the 10th, so you'll get it in plenty of time. If you're going to get gifts for people, if you're going to get, gifts, cover people's nips, cover your family members or your friends' nips up with the best apparel in the game. We got our first Swole Fam post from Charlie in the Swole Fam discussion boards on Swolenormous X, and Charlie writes, "Hello, everyone. I am Charlie, 37 years old. I have been listening to the podcast for about a month and a half and decided to pull the trigger and make an investment in my health by joining the Swole Fam. I've always been a big guy, and a few years back ended up dropping a shitload of weight. I was about 398 pounds and dropped to around 235 pounds. I had a pretty active job installing windshields, wind screens for you non-Americans, and I followed a keto diet. Well, things have changed over the last 2 years with my job. On the plus side, I have moved to the management side of things, but that means more office work and less field work, and decided to allow shit food back into my diet because I had the mindset of already being where I wanted to be so I can go back to, quote, regular food. Bet you all can guess what happened next, right? Yep, I gained quite a bit of weight back. And let me translate. Quote, regular food means dog shit. Ain't regular food, that's poison. Industrial waste. So I've changed my diet again. I am going to cut the shit foods that I brought back, pizza, fries, etc., and stick to grass-fed beef, eggs, sweet potatoes, and plan to amp up my workouts to a more strength-based plan rather than cardio. Good man. I hate cardio anyways. I look forward to making use of the Swolga routine. It's going to be challenging, but I hope to gain some mobility and lose some of the stiffness in my joints and muscles. Never tried any kind of yoga before, so this should be interesting, to say the least. I look forward to making these gains. Let's fucking go. You're in the right place, Charlie. You're definitely going to improve your mobility. And of course, the stiffness in your joints and muscles, believe it or not, you are going to lose a lot of that stiffness and aches by eating better. So by eating better food, plus practicing Swolga, using the yoga studio, doing the mobility workouts, you're going to be fantastic. So that's going to make a lot of difference. It's going to compound. We got our next post here from the Discord. This one's from Grady. And Grady writes, "Hey everyone, my name is Grady. I'm 27 years old. I was a personal trainer in college before I joined the Marine Corps. Oh, let's fucking go. Thank you for your service. I enjoy the lifestyle of being fit and I love America." I'm giving you another one. I'm giving you another one. Let's fucking go. Nice big old
USA, greatest country in the world.
Fuck yeah, Grady. Welcome to the fam. Welcome to the fam. All right, we got our next post here from JC from our Telegram chat. "Hello, fam. So I've been going to the gym pretty late at night, 10 p.m. give or take." Ooh, that's a late night pump. That's what she said. Oh, that was nice. That wasn't bad. That was good.
I give it a 10.
Ooh.
A 10.
That was a two-parter. That was a two-part. That second one wasn't as good. It was like Indiana Jones 2. It sucked. But it felt good in combination. There's no redemption. There's no redeeming qualities for Indiana Jones 2. It's absolutely one of the worst movies ever made. Okay, let me continue. Going to the gym pretty late at night, 10 p.m. give or take, and having my solid, huge steak afterwards. Oh, shit. I know it's not ideal, but do you think it's going to have a negative effect on my progress? It's also my largest meal of the day, sometimes the only real meal. The rest is protein bites through the day, steak, chicken, salmon, and tuna. I'm going to be honest with you, JC, that's definitely not the best way to play it. Steak is very heavy for the body, and it takes a lot of time to digest. So one, I'm not a fan of training at night. I'm not sure why you can't train earlier in the day. I would recommend no matter what you need to do, train first, figure out how you can train first in the day. I don't know how you sleep after eating a big steak. If anything, if you have to train at this time, you're going to want to do some sort of like light shake or something like that. Very light afterwards and get most of your food in earlier in the day. That's very taxing on your body. So one, you're going to have trouble digesting. Two, you're also not going to get restorative sleep. You're not going to get deep enough sleep. So it's going to affect you in more ways than one. You're not going to be able to get, your body should be sleeping. Your body shouldn't be focused on digesting food when you're sleeping, especially something like steak. So you want to make sure you're consuming those types of heavier proteins earlier in the day, even in the morning if you can. But I don't know what your schedule is like, but you should be going to the gym first thing. It sounds like you need a flip of a schedule. I think you'll feel a lot better. We got a post here from Giovanna from our Discord. Papa Swolio. Hello, Papa. First of all, thank you for all you do. You're welcome. I love this community. I've learned so much in such a short time. I am currently doing the elimination diet and I'm down 13 pounds. Woohoo! All right. First question. What electrolyte drink do you recommend for someone with hypertension? At the moment, my pressure is stable. I'm currently on meds. Ugh. I used to drink coconut water, but most brands are high in sugar and carbs. Second question is, how can I safely strengthen my glutes and lessen sciatic nerve pain? Physical therapy helped, but I find myself still struggling and having off days where I feel pinching and spasms. It's mostly in the right glute, and it's frustrating because I have to stop my workouts. I have been incorporating a lot of stretching, Swolga sessions, and cardio. I had to ease back into a daily routine and now feel ready to start the 90-day dash. We'll start with the second part first. How can I safely strengthen my glutes? Well, I would recommend checking out the Glute Awareness Program. Also, doing things like pigeon pose and lateral tube walking and strengthening the glutes and activating them can relieve pressure where the sciatic nerve goes through. I would also check out the Swollen 7 repair section where it takes you through glute foam rolling. That can be painful, but that can also release some tight muscle tissue and fascial connective tissue that might be causing pressure around your sciatic nerve. Just some ideas, and also things like dead hangs and other types of mobility exercise can help relieve pressure, but that's a great start for you. Any other questions, you could follow up. First part, what electrolyte drink do you recommend for someone with hypertension? Well, usually hypertension comes from other aspects of stress, diets, lifestyle habits and such. I don't think your doctor, if I say Element or Relight and they're like, oh my God, 1,000 milligrams of sodium. Oh my God, that's way too much, which is pretty nonsensical. It's not too much. But, you're going to have to talk to if you're on medication, you're already throwing a monkey wrench in the system. So it depends on what that medication is actually doing, what the mechanism is. It's going to throw off what normal healthy eating or intakes would require or could solve, because you're artificially essentially changing, the balance of your system by taking those medications. So it's hard to say what would be most effective, but you can take, if you're cleared. I mean, I'm just going to default, check with your doctor, make sure there's nothing contraindicative about it. But in terms of electrolytes, you need potassium and magnesium. So you can take a magnesium supplement, you can get a magnesium glycinate supplement, and you can get a potassium supplement. Maybe you want to hold off a little bit on too much sodium. I mean, salt's really good for you. It's really fucking important. And it's very, very misunderstood by all this nonsense. A lot of the high blood pressure or hypertension is resulting from a lot of other foods and other poor sources of nutrition. And it's just getting blamed on salt. Of course, just regular table salt's crap. But if you get like a quality sea salt that has a lot more micro minerals, it's much better for you. So, you're going to have to, because you're on medication, you're going to have to default. I mean, I would recommend the same that I recommend for anyone if they're looking for an electrolyte supplement. I just tell, I'm not saying, oh, take this, take that. This is what I use, so this is what I use. And you can make the decision according to your own needs. But Element and also, which is LMNT, and also Redmond Relight. Those are two good electrolyte supplements. And our last post here from the Telegram chat, Stephanie. So I know I'm still fat. I still have a ways to go. Still, When I was weighed, I was about 10 pounds higher than I expected. It upset me, but also was a kick in the ass I needed to kick it into high gear. With this support group, I know I can get myself back on track. Let's fucking go. All right, don't get too married. Don't marry that scale. Again, watch out for that scale. The scale is not the be all end all. It's only one aspect of your progress. Okay? So 10 pounds higher than you expected, or you gain 10 pounds. It's a lot different. Don't forget you fluctuate with water weight and blah, blah, blah. So good habits, 7 pillars, focusing on those things every day. That's going to take you to the promised land. You're going to get there. You're going to get there. You're going to get there. If you're focusing on the right things, you'll get there. You'll get there. Fuck that scale. Okay. Yeah, getting back to Giovanna's post, I'm curious as to what you're eating the rest of the day. Like, what are you eating? Have you eliminated all the vegetable oils and seed oils? Have you gotten rid of the grains and the gluten? Like, what are you eating that's cause? Like, what are you doing? What did they say was the cause? Not that the doctors would know what the cause of the high blood pressure was, but what's going on with that? Like, what else are you eating? Processed foods are really not good for you. Okay. And time for some knowledge cock. All right, fam, let's move right along. We got a little church in the church perch. We got a tainty boy on the tainty cam. Oh, nice.
Come on, man.
Oh, nice. Nice, 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 nice. All right, let's move into some questions. If you got a question, drop in the comments down below. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. Let's get into the first one from Mocky Boy. You're on.
What's up, you swollen? Hope you're having a good day. I don't have a question. It's more of a suggestion. I know you wanted to develop that liberal app where we pay liberals not to post.
Oh.
I think instead of paying them not to post, because I don't think they deserve any money whatsoever, how about we develop a filter that goes on all social media apps, and when they try to post, it goes through that filter and it detects liberal words or algorithms, stuff like that. And when it detects all that, it just doesn't post it whatsoever. Just a suggestion, because again, I don't think they deserve any money whatsoever.
Yeah, but people need incentives. So you're talking about censorship. So I don't really care as long as I don't have to see it or listen to the stupid shit. I'm fine with it. So either way, I don't give a fuck. Fuck yeah! Okay, thanks for the call. Let's take a question here from Shitstagram. Corey, in your opinion, what is the best breakdown for workout days? There is no best. We were talking about it as a training split. So there is no best. Depends on your goals. Depends on how often you're able to train, what tools you have at your fingertips, what your experience is. Because if you are very experienced, you might need some more volume. You're trying to put on muscle. So you might need a different split than someone who's brand new to the gym and can just do like total body or upper lower. So I don't think there is a best breakdown. It really depends on the individual and all the other associated factors along with it. So it's a vague question, but there is no best breakdown. Let's see. TCAP. I went to a potluck at work and nothing there smelled like food to me. I know at one time it did. It reeked of chemicals. Is this normal? Keep in mind, all I eat is beef, bacon, butter, eggs. Of course, it's very normal. It's very normal. Most of these things that you will, or that you might feel like you're addicted to, fast food, all this stuff tastes and smells like poison. It does. When you remove it from your life, it does. It smells bad, bottom line. So obviously you are translating that into like it reeks of chemicals, but I know what you mean by that term, chemicals. It smells artificial. It smells like cleaning fluid, or it smells like something that you shouldn't be putting in your body. And it's kind of like the idea that, or it's the same experience for those of you that might not be eating, that might not have narrowed your nutrition down and you haven't been doing this for long enough. It's just like smelling your neighbor's cooking and it smells like, oh, what the fuck are they cooking? It just smells gross. It smells gross. And the reason why it smells gross, and it might be real food, but it smells gross, is because they're using different spices. They're using different combinations. Maybe you're not hungry at the moment. It's something foreign to you. So it's like, oh, it smells different. It doesn't smell appealing. You're like, how could someone eat that? Because taste is about 80% smell. So if you're smelling something different, it's like, oh my God, it's just it's an evolutionary warning system. When you smell something that's rotten, you smell something that's different, it's supposed to give you cause to pause. That way you don't eat something that you shouldn't, get sick and die. But it's very much so the same thing. When you smell something different, it smells repulsive to you. When you cut out these foods, and plus you associate them, you remember them. Hey, I used to think this smelled good, but it smells foreign because you've removed that taste profile. You've removed those ingredients and you remove those foods from your life for long enough, and then it just smells different. It smells like nauseating. It's also the thought that, oh my God. So it's almost the thought that you used to eat that too. Oh my God, I used to eat that. And you're like, oh, it's gross. It's really gross. Michelle, I swear I noticed that too. The weird smells. Glad I'm not the only one. Nope. You're not. Cerny, yeah, you can smell the trash a mile away. Nasty oil smell. Teacap, it smelled like steel being burned with a plasma torch. Yeah, exactly. Driving past fast food and you smell it because they pump out the grease through like the vents. And, oh, it's nasty. Dawn, trying beef liver for the first time this morning on over 30 years. Well, I didn't want to vomit right away, so that's a win. Any suggestion on cooking or seasoning? You could just put a little like sea salt on it. Are you just eating it raw? Because that's what I do. I don't cook it. You can grind it up and mix it in with ground beef. Like you could chop it up or grind it up and put it, if you make your own ground beef, or you can do it yourself. So you can grind it up and mix it in with other foods if you want to as well. Or put chunks in ground beef if you want to like hide it or mask it or something. I just put a little sea salt on it, or I just have it straight and I just chew it and swallow it. You could put some maple syrup or a little honey and do something like that. I never do. I just do some salt and down the hatch because I'm not eating enough that I need to like, make it some kind of magical meal. I'm having a couple ounces, down the hatch, game over. So I don't sit there and make it some sort of gourmet experience. I want it in my body so I consume it. That's it. So I don't get fancy with it. I don't get fancy with it. Can of whoop ass on Instagram. Papa Sully, any bulking advice? Goddamn right. Get prepared to be uncomfortable for a long time, to lift heavy and to eat more than you feel like you need to, and to feel completely stuffed because you're going to if you're bulking. What I will say is you don't need a crazy caloric surplus. You don't need to be like 1,000 calories over. Even a few hundred will be enough over the long term. Just make sure you're focusing on the proteins and fats and then filling in the gaps maybe with some carbohydrates, but make sure you're getting plenty of protein. Just understand that you're probably going to need smaller meals more frequently because it's going to be hard to get all your calories in with nutrient-dense food in one meal or two meals. So that being said, I would not recommend doing a dirty bulk. You don't want to put on tons of fat because a lot of people just gain weight and they step on a scale. Wow, I gained 10 pounds. Yeah, but you gain 9.9 pounds of fucking fat. So you want to bulk. When you bulk, people misinterpret what bulking is. Like, I'm bulking. They just get fat. You want to put on muscle. Hey, I'm putting on muscle. Cool. So all you need to be is in a protein and a caloric surplus enough to build muscle. You don't need to put on tons of fat. There's no need to. Unless you just want to see the scale go up, but that's pretty worthless if it's not muscle mass, right? Good for you. Don't get on any of those. Yeah, like Eric says, don't do the weight gainers. Don't do any of that shit. It's just tons of sugar. It's just, you're literally just drinking a sugar shake. Rukan the Owl. Pompasuli, how long did it take to form the habit of training the first time you started going to the gym? I never had an issue with, like, once I started wanting to train, I just did it regularly. I don't remember. I mean, I just started going and that's what I did. And I just started training regularly. This was like over 20 years ago. This was like 2000. I mean, I was doing it in high school, like 99, 2000. I don't, it wasn't anything like, oh, I have to build the habit. I was playing baseball, so I started lifting. And then when I got to college, I wanted to bulk up. So I was just so I just started going to the gym. It's like, that's how you fucking put on muscle. You go to the gym and you lift. I wasn't eating properly the first year. I was doing too much chicken and salads and doing too much cardio. So I got like lean and like skinny ripped. I was like, well, this didn't fucking work. I want to get huge. So then I just bought every Flex magazine I could see. I just went super deep on bodybuilding and what all the bodybuilders did, aside from the steroids, like all the meals, eating 6 meals a day and these, creatine and this and lifting and these types of programs. And I just fucking went all in and just copied and expanded on everything that the pros were doing. And wouldn't you know, I got fucking huge. Shocker. Lifting heavy and eating right and being consistent as fuck works. Wow. Tyler, where can I find the Daily Swole Discord? It's in your account. Like, log in. It's right there on your homepage in the Get Started series, where you find all the other groups. Let's see. Rob Mike, you're on the fucking line. You're on the Sleevescast.
First of all, thank you very much for your videos. I really enjoy them. Here goes the question. The question is, I've been to the gym for a long time now, and I fucking love going to the gym. I mean, I can't say it. That's why I love your videos. There's not a fucking day I don't want to go to the gym, because my day is not going to be the same if I just miss gym. But the thing is that I've been there for a long time now, and I cut off some sugars, and I don't drink like sugary drinks anymore. But sometimes I feel like really, really, really bloated. I know I need to change my diet a little bit more, but what's the best? I mean, the key to this, the key to putting your mindset and not eating any shitty food, because that's what's been the hardest shit for me, to be honest. It's been hard, but
the audio cut off. Thanks for the call, Rob. It's not so much, it's the mindset, I guess, but it's having your purpose, your why, your reason. It's doing it because it's eating the foods that you should be eating because it's time to eat them. You need to eliminate all the vegetable oils, the gluten, the grains. You need to get rid of all the processed sugars in your fucking house. Remove yourself from environments when people are going to be eating these foods. Understand that everything around you is essentially poisonous garbage. It's essentially poisonous garbage. Now, I'm not being dramatic here. Most of the things around you, and people are going to say, well, only a little bit's not going to hurt you. Bull fucking shit. I'm not going to have a little bit of anthrax. No, thank you. I'm not going to have a little bit of poison because it's not doing anything for my body. When you are ingesting things because they are good for you, like, hey, this is helping me, you don't want to put in things that's harming you. Now, everyone's going to take this to a different level, but there's no justification to eat industrial waste. The more you learn about it, the more incomprehensible it becomes to you to put those things in your body, unless it's like an extreme survival situation. The more you learn, and you're not going to go from 0 to 100. It's like, hundreds and thousands of fucking hours of just reading, learning, listening, experiencing. Like, it's just, you learn, you adapt, you acquire all this information. And for me personally, it's gotten to the point where, people, Papa Swole, how do you stay so strict? How do you stay so clean? Because I don't think of it at all as being strict. I don't think of my nutrition at all as being like clean. Far from it. Everything in the house, like, I eat whatever the fuck I want when it comes to, we got raw dairy, we got cream, we got kefir, we got I got dates, I got mangoes, I have papaya, I have beef, I have eggs, I have bacon, we have, I don't know, liver and organs and honey, and I just eat shit. Like, there's certain things that I eat more often than others, but when I'm hungry, I eat steak, I eat protein. And if I want something sweet, then I have some fruit. It's not fucking complicated. It's real food, but my environment doesn't contain poison. My environment, and we are progressively eliminating things, like when it comes to any kind of cleaners and household products and stuff like that, systematically over time. It's not perfect, there's always going to be some sort of toxic, but you're trying to remove as much as possible from your environment. Everywhere you go, the foods are made with vegetable oils and seed oils. They're processed sugar. They're quick grab. It's just complete marketing crap everywhere. So it seems like, how do you resist all this stuff? That's the mind fuck. It's like, how do you resist it? By not consuming it. By creating an environment where you have the best foods available at all times. In your house, you can control what's in your house. If you're bringing that shit into your house, yeah, you're allowing poison into your fucking house. You need to control your environment wherever you are. If you're going somewhere and you're going to be hungry, then guess what? You bring your own food. Yeah, but then I have to cook it. Yeah, well, then stop fucking complaining. Then eat shit and stay fat, right? So chances are, based on your call, you're eating a lot more shit than you think you are. So I'd recommend checking out our content, the elimination diet. I would recommend looking more into these types of inflammatory foods and these types of habits. But like I said, it's not about resisting these foods. It's about understanding. And for me personally, I think for a lot more people, if you really want to unplug from all of this, and if you really are willing to unlearn, and if you're willing to have perspective, if you're willing to step back and be like, okay, I'm going to look at this from a different point of view. I'm going to learn and understand what these things are and why they're not good for me. When you have that knowledge, it's like the cognitive dissonance that's required to ignore it and pretend like these things are not bad for you and to eat them anyway. It's just unbearably challenging to do so. A lot of people stay willfully ignorant. They know it's not good for them, but they don't really want to learn. This is why they'll make excuses. Yeah, but it's a little bit, but there's no studies that show that, or this thing. They make these bullshit excuses like you need a triple blind fucking study to know that these goddamn industrial seed oils should not be consumed in massive quantities. You shouldn't be sucking down like 100 ears of corn worth of oil every fucking day. That's what it is, by the way. I think the average human or the average American consumes like the canola oil, I think, of like 70 fucking ears of corn or something insane, or like 2 pounds of soybeans every day. 2 pounds of fucking soybeans. These things are inedible. And you're like consuming the equivalent of like 2 pounds of the fucking oil of like it's gross. It's disgusting. The stats are disgusting. So it's easier to not know the information, because if you don't know the information, it's like plausible deniability. Well, I can deny it. Like, I don't know. I don't have the information. Like, you're choosing not to have the information. That way you can feel better about not having the information. You don't feel bad about not having the information because you don't have the information. So you don't know, and you don't know because you refuse to learn. But it's easier because then you can feel less guilty about making these decisions and try to justify it. People love to justify excuses. Humans, we love to justify our actions in whatever manner possible. So it's important to call yourself out on your own bullshit. And if you're not willing to learn, then, like people that think that they're right or they're being righteous because, oh, it's just calories in, calories out. You can eat this garbage food just eating a calorie deficit. It's like, you don't understand how the fucking body works. You do not understand. You're being malicious in many ways, talking to your audience. I see this with fucking shitfluencers all the time. You just need to eat in a calorie deficit. You could have these fucking foods. Look, it's still 300 calories. Just don't eat so much of it. That's not how these foods work. They interrupt your satiety mechanisms. You can't stop eating these foods. They cause inflammation. They have like cascading effects inside the body. Yeah, someone's going to eat 300 calories of fucking McDonald's, every fucking day? These people are absolute idiots. They're stupid, and they're choosing to be stupid on purpose, because then they don't have to feel bad about it. So it's easier. It's easier to try to justify people like, well, you can have a little bit of these junk foods. Oh, you're so right. Yeah, all those people are just, they're just hating on these foods. They're fear mongering. Papa Swolio, he's fear mongering about these foods. I'm not fear mongering. Like that term, anyone that says that if you're talking about nutrition in this manner, that you're fear mongering, they're a huge pussy. Oh, am I scaring you? Oh, am I fear-mongering? Am I scaring you? It's not fear. It's only fear-mongering if you are afraid. It's not fear-mongering. It's calling it what it is. These seed oils and these corn oil, it's literally, the vegetable and seed oils are literally industrial waste products that they've created there used to be byproducts that were used to like lubricate engines and shit like that. But now that they realize they can make like 100,000% profit instead of like dumping them into the fucking ground, they can, turn them into food products and stabilizers and whatever. Like these things are not for human consumption. So anyway, a lot of people don't want to address these things because if they do, then they would have to change their habits and face reality. So they can all fuck off. Let's go balls deep. All right. Good rant.
That's deep.
It's stupid. Yeah. People don't want it to be simple, right? And I always say this. People don't want it to be simple. Oh my God, eat steak and go to the fucking gym? Yeah. No, come on. You can't eat steak every day. No, isn't red meat bad for you? It is steak and, yeah, but steak's expensive. I don't need pajamas. It's butter. People want a complicated solution. Look, is this complicated? There's 7 fucking things. 7 pillars. If you're looking at the right side of your screen, 7 pillars. And guess what? The 7th one is doing the first 6 every day. So it's really 6 pillars. The 7th one is fucking doing it every day. So, I mean, how many people do any of those? Most people do 2 and 3 and they do them both shitty. They don't recover. They don't practice mobility. They're not practicing mindfulness. Their community and their environment sucks. So a lot of people were just, I don't know. If it's easy, if it was really so simple, and it is, I mean, obviously it's hyperbolic, but like eat a fucking steak, go to the fucking gym. If people just ate steak and beef and they exercised, most of their weight would just melt away. Fucking hands down. However, yes, organ meats are important and all the micronutrients and stuff. But if it's a complicated solution, then they can justify, or they don't have time, or, oh, well, they have to like, micromanage their food and this. If it's more complicated, they can justify not doing it. If it's that simple, and it is that simple, then it's their responsibility. Then why haven't they done it? So if it's a simple solution, people reject that because it shines the light on the fact that they could have, and they still aren't doing it. And it's that simple. So it couldn't possibly be that simple. Otherwise I would have done it. Oh, well, he has time or he has money, so he can do it. Or, oh, if I worked at the gym, or this guy always says, he just says, go to the fucking gym every day. Oh, if I only had to, I've been fucking in shape like my entire life. And I was working 17.5-hour fucking days. Like I made better choices than you. And I continue to make better choices. And you're upset that I make better choices, or that I'm willing to make choices that aren't convenient. Most people don't want to make those hard fucking choices. They don't want to make those hard choices. Guess whose fault it is? Look in the fucking mirror. It's the person staring back at you. It's your fault. People say like, you're fat phobic. No, I'm not, or fat shaming. Papa Swole, you're fat shaming. No, I'm choice shaming. I'm shaming your fucking choices. Your choices suck. That's why you're fucking fat. You're trying to make it about your goddamn feelings. I don't give a fuck about your feelings. The fact is, you can't stop eating cake. You don't go to the fucking gym. You eat shit. You're unwilling to learn. You're unwilling to make habitual changes. Your choices. Every time you eat garbage, that's a choice. Every bite, you're making a fucking choice. Your choices suck. It's not like you're magically fat. You were born fat. Oh, and I hate your existence. And I hate like, your complete existence. Oh, I'm just existing in a larger body. No, you're a fat person that makes terrible choices and you continue to do so, which is why you're still fat. I'm not saying you had all the information. A lot of people don't have all the information. Well, now you do. So now what? Most people just gonna take offense to it and cry, and then fucking go cry. We need less pussies in this world anyway. So whatever. All right. What's in the box? We got the first story here. I saw this in Daily Mail. Revealed. America's premier nutrition advisory group, quote, received $4 million from the country's biggest junk food bakers, including Hershey's, Pepsi, and Nestle. Now, the first impression I got when I saw this was they're misdirecting from something else, because $4 million ain't that much. These companies make billions. So I'm like, yeah, this is like wag the dog. They're misdirecting from something else going on. I'm sure $4 million. Oh my God. It's like on the other side, they're getting like 100 mil. Anyway, let's read through this. The Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics is a standard-setting body that outlines best practices for the nation's nutritionists and advises policymakers on public health issues. For many, it is seen as the premier authority on diets and healthy eating. Here's what I think about it. Yeah. Premier authority. Saying premier authority and like government in the same like kind of like area, like, yeah, these kinds of agencies are usually the exact opposite of authority. Yet documents show it took more than $4 million in donations from companies like PepsiCo, Hershey's, and Nestle between 2011 and 2017 in a potential conflict of interest. Oh, you don't say. You don't say. Documents released via FOIA, which is the Freedom of Information Act, and examined in a report published in Public Health Nutrition exposed the extent of the relationships. Let's get into it. The Academy has been criticized for its relationships with processed food companies since 2013, but the documents released have exposed the true extent of the financial dealings. They suggest the group took more than $486,000 from PepsiCo, the makers behind sugar-filled Pepsi. Really, Daily Mail? And more than $477,000 from Coca-Cola. In a 2014 email from influential Academy member Donna Martin said, quote, "The only flag that I saw was that PepsiCo is one of our top 10 stocks in which the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics has invested."
Matt Damon.
So you have PepsiCo paying this group like $500K, and the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics is invested in Pepsi. It's a big fucking circle jerk. Any questions still? Any questions still? Quote, "I personally like PepsiCo and do not have any problems with us owning it." The Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics has investments in Pepsi. Just let that sink in for a second. This is just straight evil. It's not even immoral. It's just evil. "I personally like PepsiCo and do not have any problems with us owning it, but I wonder if someone will say something about that. Hopefully, they will be happy like they should be. I personally would be okay if we owned Coke stock." At the same time the email was sent, the Academy was in talks with Subway about how the Academy could promote the brand's, quote, healthier products. Baby formula maker Abbott donated more than $100,000 to the Academy in 2011 and made consistent donations between 2013 and 2017. And baby formulas, fucking garbage. Just feed your kids, give your kids goat milk. God, those baby formulas are just filled with like cornstarch and, oh, it's disgusting. Emails from 2015 reveal that the pair were talking about how the Academy could use its reach over dietitians to push Pediasure amid Abbott's 2-year, $300,000 sponsorship deal. Pediasure is a mixture of soy and cow's milk, heavy on the soy, is routinely handed out by pediatricians across the U.S. despite doubts over its health benefits for children. It's not health benefits, it's harmful. Straight the fuck up. Let's see. Maybe we'll just move on. You get the point. Yeah, you get the point. It's just shady dealings and circle jerking. We don't need to get more into it. You get the point. Nice, right? Very nice. Very nice. By the way, if you have issue, right? I mean, goat milk is like the closest to human breast milk. It's great for babies. Getting raw milk is extremely healthy for you. Aside from all the bullshit scams that they're telling you that raw milk is dangerous. I drink it every fucking day. It's fantastic. You also get raw A2. It's A2 casein protein, same type of protein that's found in like sheep and goat milk. If you have digestive issues from A1 casein protein, that's because of it's because of like the lineage of the cows. I believe the A1 cows, I believe they're bigger and they're more productive, which is why they use them a lot in the United States, I think. But a lot of people have issues digesting it. Shocker. So you can find A2 casein protein, A2 cows, or cows that produce A2 milk and also goat milk. They're awesome. They're fantastic. Yeah, raw goat cheese is great too. I have some resources of people. There's a lot of great farms in Pennsylvania that sell and that ship raw milk and raw goat milk and stuff like that. So if you live closer to it, it's even less expensive if you live in Pennsylvania or Pennsylvania area. Let's see. All right, so we're in balls deep. Let's get into a post here. Thought that was nauseating, but nothing that we don't know. Nothing that we didn't already know or assume. All right. Ew. Let's jump right into it. Let's jump right into the pain, shall we?
What's in the
This one's called How to Support Trans Kid.
Hi, I'm Jack. My pronouns are they, them, and I identify as trans and non-binary. Here are 3 things you can do to support trans children in your school. Number 1, be a visible trans ally. There are lots of ways to do this, from having trans-inclusive flags in your classroom to having trans-inclusive storybooks on your bookshelves. Number 2, stop unnecessarily gendering things in your school. This ranges from easy changes, like not grouping children into boys and girls, to not having gendered uniforms.
Well, there are boys and there are
Boys
girls.
have a penis, girls have vagina.
There are boys and there are girls. So that's not gendering things. That's like, these are boys and these are girls. If you're wondering, if you're listening, this is a dude with a beard wearing makeup, wearing lipstick. That says he's trans and non-binary. How is that possible? I'm the opposite, but I'm neither. This is some fucking crazy shit.
How excluded trans and especially non-binary children and staff may feel about gendered spaces and policies. And number 3, teach children about pronouns, what they are, how we use them, and why they're important. This allows trans people to not be singled out for their pronouns and instead makes pronouns part of the norm.
Pronouns are part of the norm. Your make-believe pronouns are not part of the norm. So you're trying to change language. You're trying to change people's conception of reality, which is your own disorder. And I hope you seek help for it. And again, as much as there are always crazy people in the world, I'm fine with you doing whatever you want. Like you're a dude, you can put on fucking lipstick, whatever. That's fine. But no, we shouldn't be grooming children. We shouldn't be manipulating children. And grooming is a good word. It means that you are guiding them, that you are molding them, that you are corralling them and corrupting their innocence to worry about your sexual dysphoria. It's really weird and creepy. So yeah, no kids. The kids should learn the normal pronouns, like here's a boy, this is a girl. That's fine. If you want to grow up and do elective surgeries and, I don't know, cross-dress or whatever you want to do, that's fine. But like, it's fine. Like, I don't care. I would never wish that person like a bad life. Do what you want, have fun. But when you start talking about the kid stuff, then it becomes pedophilia. It becomes grooming. It becomes really creepy. Again, why does it have to be the kids? Why do you have to be mind fucking the kids? Why do you have to be raping their little brains? Why? Why? Why do you have, why? Why? Go fuck each other. Go fuck another man dude or man, like whoever. Go fuck another trans person. Go have fun. Do what you want. Do what you want in your own time. Like seriously, go and do what the fuck you want. You want to wear lipstick and suck a dick or fuck a pussy? Like, go do it. I'm in favor of it. Like, fine, have fun. It's not my life, right? Why should I give a fuck? Go do it. But then why does it have to be with the kids? Again, that's when it gets offensive. That's when it gets like, hey, I'm a dude on a podcast. That's when I'm going to actually have an opinion on it. I don't fucking care if you want to do something. When you start talking about doing it with kids, that's fucking creepy. That's child abuse, and that can stop. Like that, you can stay as far away from children as humanly possible. All right, we'll do this. This next one's really gross. We'll do this one first. Stitch. Oh, we have this this doctor again. I forget if she's dumb or not. I feel like she said something that made sense at one point. Stitch, obesity, not a disease.
What's in the box?
Obesity is one of the few chronic diseases that we blame the patient for.
This person thinks they're helping. They really do.
Oh, shit.
They're not.
Okay. That was a painful stitch. Pinkston just like went to bark. Yeah, I know. Holy hell of that moon, right? So this Cabbage Patch doll was saying that this doctor thinks whatever. Just so you know, the TikTok screen name that it says is, you ready? Just so you know what the intent of this page is. It says, yes, I'm glorifying obesity. So that's the @ So when I'm on my, social media, it's like, hey, what's my @ Papa Swolio, @ Swolenormous, or whatever. But when you're making an account, I'm like, hey, what's my screen name going to be? Yes, I'm glorifying obesity. So just in case you had any confusion about what the purpose of her content is.
They're not. What they're doing is, they really do. This person thinks they're helping. They really do. They're not. What they're doing is reinforcing stigma by claiming that fatness is a disease.
It's a statement. It is a disease. It's a result of diseased lifestyle. Okay.
When in fact, having a fat body is just part of normal human body diversity.
It's normal human fatness. It's normal human poor habits. It's a normal human outcome of consuming excessive carbohydrates, sugars, seed oils, vegetable oils, not moving enough. There are fat people throughout history, but those were usually wealthy people. You had wealthy people that sat around and had servants. So it used to be looked at as when you were fat, you were successful because you had the time and the resources to be fat. Everyone else was working in a fucking factory 18 hours a day and they're barely eating any food. So they weren't fat. No one was fat. No workers and laborers were fat. Go back 100 years. If you were fat, you were a wealthy person. Go back 100 years. Go back. You ever see those pictures of like the sideshow when people go like the carnivals and you see the sideshow and you see like the bearded lady, the woman with like PCOS at the time, right? Where you see like the fat man, like the fattest man. Dude, have you looked at those pictures? The fat man at the sideshow was literally the average person at Walmart. It was like, oh my God, people go there and be like, look at the fat person. It was a sideshow. Now it's the average person that you see when you're at Target or Walmart.
And it means that you've inherited the genetics that helped keep human beings alive.
Oh, shut up. That's so
Fatness
stupid.
has always been a part of being human. If this doctor really wants to help, they will look more into fat liberation and stop calling fatness a disease. What you learn in medical school is based around oppressive power structures. Question them.
Oh my God. Oppressive power structures. No, oppressive. All right. Whatever. Gross. Just fucking gross.
That's a huge bitch.
All right, check this out. This is called, all right, this video, I just did a little Google search. I'll put up on the screen. It says, the title of this picture is Circus Freak Show Fat Man circa 1900. Ready for this? Let me see if I can drag it. Look at that picture. Look at this. I'll put it on the side of the screen. Look at this. This dude was in a circus freak show. Look at this person on the screen. In 1900, you would go to a circus freak show, like a sideshow, and you'd be like, oh, look at the fat man. Does that look rare to you? That's like Tess Holiday when she loses a Lizzo. TCAP says, dead ass, I was this size at one time. You could have been in a freak show. You could have been in the fucking circus in 1900s. This is everyday people. This is every fucking day. This is every fucking day. Let me see. All right, check this out. I mean, yeah, there were fat, and look, I'm saying like there were fat people, but they were like, it was a fluke. It was rare. And of course, someone who's like a sideshow circus, they were obviously probably chugging tons of milk. They're doing whatever they can to stay fat because that was their job. Happy Jack Eckert, world's first prize, fat man, 34 years old. 34 years? Weight 739 pounds. I call bullshit. 739 pounds? Doesn't look that big. Let's see. I'm trying to find some dates. All right, we have let's see. We have this one, and it says, the text at the bottom, it says Canon Colossus. Is that May 1884? In other words, people that were obese 100, 150, whatever years ago, that it was unique. It was rare. It wasn't seen often. It was like something that people paid money to gawk at and be like, whoa, look at that. Like they're at the fucking zoo. Now you just go to Walmart and you see it like rolling around on a fucking scooter. And this is not, I'm not saying this to be like, you should, oh my God. Like it's not, I'm not saying I hate fat people. I hate the fact that people are fat. I hate the fact that people are justifying being fat. I hate the fact that, I mean, the information is out there. The access to food is there. Like we have the ability to, like, just to justify it now is unconscionable. The same thing it is to groom children and to try to confuse kids and you know, and I don't know, do like sex ed when they're like 5 fucking years old, and to encourage underage girls and boys to have you know, elective surgeries and cut their dicks off and cut their tits off. It's disgusting shit. It's the same thing. Like there's no need to be morbidly obese. Not today. Not today. But like I said, you know, everyone has their own journey. It might not be your fault where you are, but it's your responsibility to change it now. So you might be listening to this. I'm not hating you if you're obese. If you're obese, I don't hate you. It's the mindset. Like you might be a part of the Swole family already and you might be obese, but you're fucking working on it and you're fed up with this shit. It's like, good, welcome. I hate the mindset. I hate the mindset. Like, I can't do anything. Woe is me. No, step the fuck up. Step the fuck up and let's get it done. All right, this one's called What to Say to a 13-Year-Old. Jesus Christ. It's responding to a TikTok comment. It says, what would be helpful for me to say or not say to my 13-year-old son regarding living in a larger body than his friends?
What would be helpful for me to say or not say to my 13-year-old son regarding living in a larger body than his friends? Ooh, this is a tough one. I think I'll answer this in like a what I wish my parents would or would not have done. So I really wish my parents wouldn't have forced the dieting. I wish that they would have told me that different bodies can be different sizes, that you can still be healthy at different sizes.
It's not necessarily true at all.
I really wish that they would have taken me to get lab work done. I found out as an adult that I have hypothyroid, and I wonder if I had that as a kid too.
No, you whatever your parents, look, bad parenting. Your parents put you on some stupid fucking diets. I'm sure it was like salads and it was like malnutrition and stuff like that. No, you're not born without a fucking thyroid. I'm sure this was caused by whatever bad parenting. That sucks, but you can reverse a lot of this stuff. You can undo, you can repair, but I mean, or compound it.
And I definitely had the symptoms of PCOS, even though I wasn't diagnosed until I was an older teenager.
PCOS is a product of insulin resistance. So you improve your insulin sensitivity and all these other issues. Like it's the nutrition and the lifestyle. Like it'll fucking solve most of these things. Straight up. But I mean, you need to change a lot of habits right away.
And I feel like had my parents gotten proper lab work done and everything, I would have had a better idea of what was going on with my body health-wise. My mom's own dieting really affected me. She really very clearly hates being in a bigger body to this day, and complains about it frequently. And then she used to diet frequently and then would kind of get me to diet with her.
Yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, this is a female. So I think a lot of people thought this is actually a dude. Like it's a female.
Which was a problem for me. I mean, I also used to get sent to school with Slim Fast, which is not something I would ever do to a child. The bullying and the harassment from other students and the internalized shame, it's really detrimental. But the reality is that your kid might end up wanting to lose weight because of their experience being in a bigger body. And I think the best that you can do is just reassure them that it's okay to be in a bigger body, and continue to show them healthy eating and movement. I think it's just important to really teach your kiddos that stuff, and to teach them that stuff without all of the pressure to diet or make your body smaller, to really focus on fueling your body.
Okay. I mean, it just goes to show that the importance of when you're a parent. I mean, I don't think, when most people say dieting, yeah, it's like extreme calorie restriction, but we know most people don't know what healthy foods are. Most people don't know what healthy foods are. So, I mean, these issues will be avoided if people are eating better foods and making better choices. And of course, it comes from the parents, right? Parents need to educate their kids. Parents need to educate their kids. Parents need to be more involved with their kids. If you're letting the schools raise your kids, they're going to get brainwashed and groomed. If you are just outsourcing to some stupid thing you see online, like, oh, go on this diet, then your kids are going to have malnutrition. They're going to fuck up their hormones. They're going to fuck up X, Y, and Z. And you're giving them vegetable oils and seed oils and other things and artificial colorings and stuff like that in their food. Like, you're fucking them up. And you're giving them a cell phone. They're on TikTok. Like, they're just getting jacked up every which way. So it comes down to the parents' responsibility. It comes down to the parents' responsibility to educate the kids, to feed them properly, blah, blah, blah. But the problem is most parents don't know, or they're busy, and it's a generational thing, and then it leads to more, and a copy, paste, repeat. All right, let's bring it back around. Let's get a little tainty, man. And a church. It's tainty. It's tainty and the church. It's tainty and the church. All right, I'm going to take these puppers outside. Let's give away today's Swole card. We got I think we have a filthy Swole slut in the audience, don't we? Do we have a filthy Swole slut? I think we do. Let's fucking go. We got one? Do we got one? Oh, methinks this is an accurate win. Congratulations, Lacey. You are a filthy Swole slut. Who would have thunk? Indeed. Lacey is indeed. She's probably the filthiest Swole slut that exists. Her and Cerny are like tied for the filthiest Swole slut. My God. In the top 5 of Swole sluts. Congratulations, Lacey. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 2409, the subject, your mailing address, and the body of the hey mail. Fantastic, everyone. Dawn, Teacap, Brenda, Heidi, Loretta, Matt, Wax, Becca, Sarni in the house, Lupe, Positive Charisma, Giovanna, Loretta, Zachary, Tyler, Jessica, thank you for being here today. We'll take some soundboard requests. We got some piano cut coming up in just a moment. Of course, tomorrow we have Ask Papa Swoyo Live, so submit your questions over there at AskPapaSwoyo.com.
You can be fat and be healthy. I'm sorry, Lizzo, healthier than I will ever be.
Boom shakalaka! Emotional damage.
Remember, fam, do better. Do better. You have a chance today to do better. We all have our traumas. We're all raised differently. Maybe you were fed a steady diet of Cheetos and Pop-Tarts. Bottom line, you have the social medias. You have the power to make those changes. Don't blame your parents. Don't blame your parents. Take control of your life. If you don't have control, you're just going to feel worthless. But you got to take control. You can't wait for it to come to you. You have to take control of your life. You can control your habits. You can control your choices. Make better choices. Start there. Make better choices. You can change where you're going. You can change the direction. Just get started. Get started, and you'll find that North Star. Just start that journey, fam. It's not going to be perfect, nor should it be. So get started today.
Make me happy.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Hi, Churchy. She's so cute. Oh, we nailed it. Oh, very nice. Look at the church. Oh, you gotta pee. You need to go outside. You need to pee. You're so cute. Isn't she cute? Isn't she cute? Look at her little spotted bellies and her little hair streak. You need to make a pee-pee, don't you? I know. I know. You're so cute. Let everyone see how cute you are. Oh, you're so cute. You're so cute. You're so cute. All right, fam. Thank you so much for being here today. I knew I felt a breeze. I didn't bring that bad boy back in. Oh my God. All right, Churchley. Very good. Good girl. She just grabs me at the end of the episode. So once I'm done, she'll start pawing and clawing at me. And then of course we have the Tainty Man over here. Very nice, fam. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll continue it inside the Swole Fam Telegram chat. As always, go check out all the specials. We'll put the links down below. Go to askpapasoyo.com. If you want your question featured, make sure you go there and you submit a question. Join us over at swolenormousx.com in order to join the fam today and get access to all the private groups and the overtime segments yesterday. We got the accountability meeting on Monday. We got a roundtable coming up on Thursday and all that good stuff. And of course, we have the holiday specials on papasoyo.com for merch. Use code HOLIDAY for 15% off everything in the holiday section. But we will be back here tomorrow for Ask Papa Soyo Live. Tons of questions. It's going to be fire, and I'm stoked. So I'll see you there, fam. Peace, McGeese. Deuce, Magoose. Ya boy, Papa Swolio. Oh, 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 oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant, off topic. My melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons out closets and making new deposits. I'm in my